Imagine this. You meet someone who feels like destiny. The chemistry is electric, the connection effortless. You're convinced this is different. Yet months later, the same cycle begins. Misunderstandings, resentment, the slow erosion of love. How does something so promising collapse so predictably? Here's the unsettling truth. Most relationships are doomed from the start, not by fate, but by invisible psychological forces. The deepest manipulation techniques aren't wielded by lovers, but by our own minds. We fall for illusions, projection, idealization, the desperate need to fill voids we refuse to name. What if love, as we know it, is just a beautifully crafted self-deception? The real enemy is not incompatibility, it's unconscious repetition. Carl Jung called it the shadow, the parts of ourselves we disown only to chase them in others. Nietzsche warned of resentment, the buried bitterness that poisons intimacy. And Schopenhauer, ever the pessimist, saw love as nature's trick, a sublime illusion to propagate the species. We seek partners not for who they are, but for who we need them to be, mirrors of our unmet desires, our unhealed wounds. Society fuels this, selling romance as salvation, conditioning us to confuse dependency with devotion. But what if the very thing we call love is just a desperate attempt to escape ourselves? The fallout is silent but devastating. Cognitive biases like confirmation bias lock us into seeing only what we want, while sunk cost fallacy chains us to dying relationships. Neurologically, love's early highs hijack dopamine, making withdrawal from toxic bonds feel like detoxing from a drug. Culturally, we're taught that suffering for love is noble, that jealousy is passion, and that obsession is romance. This isn't connection, it's mutual possession. The longer we ignore these forces, the more we normalize dysfunction, passing the same broken scripts to the next generation. The question isn't why relationships fail, it's why we keep pretending this is how they should work. The escape begins with a brutal yet liberating admission. You are the architect of your own heartbreak. Sartre called this radical responsibility, the realization that no one completes you because you were never meant to be half. The counterintuitive solution. Love without need. Study the Stoics. Desire nothing from your partner that you cannot give yourself. Study Zen. See them as they are, not as your fantasies dictate. The healthiest bonds are forged when two whole beings choose each other, not when two halves cling in desperation. This is the rebellion, to love from abundance, not lack. Here's the revelation that changes everything. Love does not fail. Our definition of love does. True connection demands neither sacrifice nor surrender, but the courage to stand alone before standing together. When you stop seeking salvation in another's eyes, you'll finally see them and yourself clearly. This is the paradox. The love that lasts is the one you could walk away from, but never want to. Now, ask yourself, are you ready to love beyond the illusion?